Hola, soy Hele con el informe de mal tiempo. And yes, that is the only Spanish for the rest of the broadcast. So what is going on tropical cyclone-wise? We've got the remnants of Jamala. So Jamala went to ex-tropical cyclone after, Meteo France had called it an ex-tropical cyclone, but the JTWC was still predicting it to, re-strengthen or whatever. Apparently the JTWC caught up to speed and said, no, this thing is not going anywhere. However, things that are going somewhere. We've got Mahasen, Cyclone Mahasen. Let's get the satellite on this. So there you go. That thing, that's decently big. What is it? Cyclone Yasi, I think, was the largest one that just spanned. It would be like half the size of the United States or something of the sort. So the JTWC path has this thing making landfall basically in Myanmar, and somewhere between Bangladesh and Myanmar. So if we go over to India Meteorological Department, here is their current warning out for this, where they've got rainfall warnings, squally winds. If you go to the Myanmar Meteorological Department, they talk about occasional squalls with rough sea, and then they talk about where it's expected to make landfall. So if you zoom out a little bit, well, actually, let's go to the spaghetti models page directly so we can get a clear picture of where, these smallish. So actually, a whole lot of the spaghetti models are actually thinking it's going to book westward. So that's kind of interesting that the official path is going that way. But that's where, of course, having experienced meteorologists, a word I can barely pronounce, comes into play, because they can look and say, well, these are all wonky because of X factor that they happen to know about that I don't. Right, let's get a look at the satellite loop on this thing. So if you scroll down, there you go. So that is Cyclone Mahasen, expected to make landfall, apparently as of the equivalent of a Category 1 hurricane. It is, of course, not a hurricane out in the North Indian Basin. It is a cyclone, though. So that is what is happening tropical cyclone-wise. Now we move on, or we try to, there we go, to severe thunderstorm weather-wise, or severe thunderstorm weather in the US, where it's not very high today, but tomorrow, and it's up north. We'll talk about that shortly. So these are the 3 different probability areas for 58 mile per hour and greater winds today. Here are the 3 different probability areas for 1 inch or larger hail today. Tornado-wise, it's apparently not expected to be a threat, though. So just a 5% on those. Tomorrow, though, bumps up to a 15%. And it's also, I think that might be the farthest north and the farthest west I've seen that high of a percentage so far this season. Not ever, of course, but this spring season. So there you go. With the 15, that's tomorrow, and 5% around it. So Washington, Oregon, all those states up there. Day 3 back down to 5% though, or at least as of now. And then also pretty far north on that one with the 5%. Days 4 through 8 is predictability too low, so there might be something, there might not. The models are not yet in enough agreement or whatnot. So if you scroll down, you can actually read if you understand any of the stuff that's going on in the... If you happen to be a meteorologist, yes, that word, you might understand what they're talking about. Yes. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of the screencast. WickedWix is WICKEDWX.com. And CycloCane is CYCLOCANE.com. That is it for today. And hopefully you're staying safe out there.